Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army, and for those of you who are dropping by the channel for your first time, a warm welcome to you too. I've got a couple of great drops coming your way today, and both of these drops are going to feature the Vindicator hero known as the St. Ives Blues. Now, in case you've been living under a rock for the last few weeks, the reason why there's so much hero activity going on is because right now PGI is running the 2023 Big Beach Party. And as part of this special promotion, because it goes on for almost 2 full months this year, they are giving away 4, yes, count them, 4 hero mechs, one from each weight class, and they each come with their own mech bay. All you have to do is play the game, earn the loot bags, and chalk up those redemption points so that you can get your free mechs as well. And that leads us back into why there is so much hero content on the channel lately, is because I'm trying to get as much information out there about these hero mechs as possible. I want to help you guys with your decision-making processes when the time comes for you to get your free mechs. So, sit back, strap yourselves in, and let's get ready to take a look at the St. Ives Blues. And as with any review, I like to start at the beginning, at the very beginning, which means going straight to the mech factory, taking a look at a stock mech and what you can expect. So popping the hood on a stock St. Ives Blues, you're going to see it comes with a single large laser, an LRM-10 launcher, 1 medium laser, 1 small laser, 4 jump jets, and a top speed of 64.8 kph. I have to admit, it's a bit of a mixed bag as far as the weapons department. It probably wants to do a little more standoffish as opposed to close-in fighting, but our review isn't over. This is just the beginning. To get a clearer picture of what this mech can bring to the battlefield, we need to take a look at the all-important quirks. So that's going to be our next stop, is what does this mech bring to the quirk table? And a quick look at that shows us that obviously it's a hero mech, so it's going to come with the 30% C-Bill bonus award, so you can earn more C-Bills when you play this mech. It also has some very nice armor quirks for survivability. Look at that, plus 15 all the way up to plus 21 across the entire mech. So this is going to be fairly tanky as well. Where it really gets interesting is when we start looking at the specific quirks on the firepower side. There is a standard and ER laser duration of minus 30%. So that means you're going to have fast firing lasers. You also have missile spread, weapon cooldown, heat generation, and an energy weapons cooldown. All of those are minus 10%. So you get a nice boost across the board on those. And you also have a plus 10% for your missile velocity and your weapons range. There is a lot to cover in the quirks section, and a lot of great things that can be done, because that laser duration could be bumped up even higher when you start skilling up your mech. Now, while we've been having this discussion, an assault match on Frozen City has been playing out in the background, and we're going to jump into the action because things were interesting before, but now they are going to get just downright insane. So the enemy crab was one of the first units to push into us, and there was a stagger line pushing out and up the fox line towards us. And while I was engaging with that, along with 1 or 2 other friendly units, the rest of my team swung through Delta 5. That left me and my friendly friend, the Orion, as the only 2 back by the base. So now we can only do the only honorable thing, and that is to fight hard, die well, and try to distract them and keep them from capping the base as much and as long as possible. So keep remembering this, guys. If somebody's trying to cap, every time you do damage, it stops their cap for 5 seconds. So that Hellbringer with all that damage, stop the cap. Now I'm here to challenge any enemy unit who's trying to cap our base. Meanwhile, our team manages to cap their base for the victory. Switching over to the end screen on this one, we wind up with a single kill, 3 components destroyed, 592 damage done. Well, after that crazy ending to the last drop, I can't wait to see what's going to happen on this drop. And the second one is a skirmish match on River City. And while this plays out in the background, let's get back into our discussion about the Vindicator hero, the St. Ives Blues. Now, if you recall in our discussion earlier, when it came to the weapons on the stock loadout, I said it was kind of a mixed bag. And obviously, I stand by that assessment, and anyone looking at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen is going to say, you most certainly did, because your weapons, are not stock. And, of course, they wouldn't be, because part of the fun of this game is mixing and matching builds, and tinkering under the hood with your mechs, and setting them up to match your playstyle or your mission role with that particular mech. And this one is no exception. I've done some extensive tinkering. So let's pop the hood and take a look at what's going on my build. So I've traded out a lot of the weapon systems. I got rid of the large laser, the LRM-10, the small laser. I even got rid of 2 of the jump jets. So my build looks like 3 medium lasers, 2 SRM-6s, only 2 jump jets, but that's good enough. It's not a super jumper. But where I've really picked up on things is that weight savings let me put in a larger engine. My top speed went from 64.8 kph to 99 kph. So this is a fast-moving mech. And the big change came in the form of those weapons exchanges, which gave me a huge boost to my alpha. Basically went from 27.8 alpha strike in a stock loadout to a 40.7 alpha strike in my build. And remember, all of this is in a 45-ton chassis. Not too shabby. So this is going to be a fast mover, decent mobility, and it does pack a pretty good punch. So with all that being said, let's check out the action on this particular drop. And guys, I've got to tell you, if I am not happier than a pig in slop, then I would be lying, because the enemy chose to fight in the buildings at Golf 7, Hotel 7, and with this mech and this build and short-range weapons, this is where I want to be. This is my preferred location. I don't want to be out in wide open grounds, because now I can move super fast. I can outflank, out-circle, out-turn them. I can run around the buildings, and all the time I have short-range weapons that are going to cycle very fast. So I'm pumping out a lot of DPS. Unfortunately, I'm getting focused by some enemy missile support, which is not making me happy. I've lost my left arm, my left torso is open, my back is open. I'm getting focused, but I want to put this Marauder down. Can I get the kill shot on him? I just need... No, it isn't going to happen. So, down I go. I am out of the game, but that was so much fun. I like messy brawls like that. The score is 3-4. We're down by 1 kill. Well, let's ride along with my teammates and see, can they snatch victory from the clutches of defeat? And it looks like they're clawing their way back. It is now 4-4. We are on even footing once again. And our Supernova has ATMs for days. So the enemy better watch out. If this thing catches them within, say, about 300 meters, somebody's going to eat a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, that Shadowhawk just got wrecked. That was a lot of damage. That was 36 damage each time he fired one of those ATMs. Switching over to our Banshee, he's got to be careful. He's got an open CT, so he is slowly joining back into the fight. Oh, and we just lost our Sun Spider. That's okay. Jenner, can you do some damage? Absolutely. Score is still tied 7-7. We are just trading kills. This is a kill fest, it looks like. So he's being super evasive. Our Banshee has managed to find a catapult, and he's racking him to death. And now he's being focused by an enemy Moonwalker, and down goes the Banshee. Checking in with our other Banshee, still plodding his way through the city, and we have a Mad Dog. Now our Mad Dog is super fresh, so I'm not sure what the story is there. Jenner is still doing Jenner things, being fast, maneuverable, jumpy. Ooh, and he is on the tail of the enemy Flea. There he goes. He's adding support, and the Flea is getting focused. While this is going on, look at that score tick up. We are now in control, 11-8, and it's just the hunt for the last man standing. So we've totally turned this drop around from being down in kills to hunting the final sole survivor. Jenner is going airborne, using his speed and his jump jets to try and lock on to wherever this lone enemy is hiding. And I think, hopefully, it's not a disconnect or an AFK. Those are always disappointing ways to finish out a massive, fun brawl like this one. Switching back over, Supernova is coming around, and there we find the Centurion. Sure enough, gosh darn it, he was AFK this entire time. They're going to close in on him and have a damage fest at his expense. And while they push up their damage scores, they'll also be able to bring this drop to a close with a win for our side. So switching over to our end screen on this one, while we didn't get any kills, we had 10 assists with all that running around and shooting, and we racked up a massive 665 damage done.